Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I'm super excited because I am actually going to be doing a full face of products that are in my chopping block. I did mention, I want to say it was probably during my Shop My Stash video that I did do a declutter. I did a whole collection declutter, and I'm so sorry, but I didn't film that just because I feel like just the best thing for me is really just to go through my collection and just pick out myself the products, because I'm very indecisive and I tend to take a really long time when it comes to decluttering my collection. So instead I have a maybe pile, and then I do have an actual pile of products that I am decluttering. And so in today's video I want to do use some of those products that are within that maybe pile, and maybe hopefully make a decision today to see if I want to keep that product around or if I want to go ahead and follow through with decluttering. So firstly, I do want to go in with a primer. This one is from Rare Beauty. Now, I really enjoy the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer, but this one is the Pore Diffusing Primer. And the reason that this one, I do have the mini size of this one if I didn't say so. The reason that this one is in the maybe section is because I don't know how much I actually see of this product doing. I don't notice that it does too much. So I'm really gonna try to pay attention to it today and how it wears to determine if I should keep it around. And don't mind my skin right now. I feel like I haven't been taking care of it the best that I should because it's the weekend, and I don't have the best skincare on the weekends because I get very lazy. So I feel like my skin is kind of acting up a little bit, but that'll be okay. So for foundation, I actually have this one from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I do have this shade, vanilla. This is vanilla. It says light with golden undertones. So I feel like this is a good foundation, but for some reason I never reach for it. I never gravitate towards it. So I'm really wanting to just kind of test it out today. This is actually one of the few foundations that I kind of like decluttered or am, needing some more time to think about. I'm kind of in a good place with my foundations, which is really, really exciting, meaning I feel like a lot of my foundations I like and I enjoy, which is so, so nice, because I feel like it's really important to feel confident in your foundation, because I feel like if your foundation doesn't look good, nothing looks good. Do you know what I mean? I'm going in with some more because I feel like, I don't know if it was the sponge or what, but I feel like it just completely went away so quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to build it up some more. Okay, so this is what the complexion is looking like. I feel like I look so white. I think it looks pretty good. I think it built up nicely. I wanna say, surprisingly, it actually looks a little bit better up close than it does, at my mirror here, which is nice, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably continue testing this one out and seeing if it's something that I want to keep around. So now I do want to go in with concealer, and surprisingly, this one is so loved here on YouTube. This is the Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I do have the shade L900 Classic Beige, which I do think is too deep for me. But for some reason, I never saw the hype with this concealer. I don't know what it is, but I was just never really impressed with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this one just kind of sink in a little bit to kind of build up that coverage, and then I will blend it out in just a second. I'm really hoping that doing this get ready with me and filming is just gonna really bring up my mood, because I feel like right now, I'm just not having the best day. I feel like nothing is really going my way, which is so frustrating. I have been on the phone with like 2 customer service agents today about, one was CVS because I ordered something from CVS, which I'll go into that in a minute because I think you guys will actually find that kind of interesting. And then the other thing was my freaking car payment because it didn't go through, and it's just so frustrating because I got the confirmation email and everything that they received my payment. So now I feel like I'm gonna have to pay the late fee, and it's just, anyways, I'm just not having the best day. I also have like a paper to write after this for school, and it's just not a good day for me right now. It's just like, I feel like it's one of those days where I really had a vision of how the day was going to go, and it's just not going that way. Okay, yeah, this concealer looks awful, like absolutely awful. Like this looks like trash. Like, I don't mean to be so negative, but oh my gosh, is it sinking into my freaking lines here? Wow. So I'm gonna try to maybe blend out a little bit more with the brush. I just don't think this looks very good. And it, like I said, it could be me because, like I was saying earlier, whenever I'm really good with my skincare, I'm able to, like, products obviously sit better on top. But this looks so bad, and it could be maybe my under eyes are kind of dry. Oh my gosh, no, that does not look good. Oh my God, okay. Well, I'm probably gonna do what some of you guys would think would be the opposite, but I'm gonna build it just a little bit more here in the inner corners because that's where I'm really struggling with coverage. Like, I feel like it's just really clinging all in this front area. You know what? I wonder if I should zoom y'all in. And it could be sometimes I feel like I go really ham with my blending, and sometimes that can really disturb how the products sit. And I think it's so funny that I'm filming a chopping block video in hopes to try to make me feel better. But I think adding that extra bit, okay, but it's doing it again. Like, no, this concealer is not staying because this is just, I feel like I can already see it like settling and looking super creepy and dry. I'll use it one more time, especially during the week, because I feel like my skincare will be better, but I do not like the way this is sitting. Oh my gosh. Okay. So far, I'm not off to a good start. Now, I do want to go in with a cream contour. So I have this one from Beauty. This is the, so it's just the, here it is, the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick, and it's in the shade White Pearl. And I feel like the only reason I don't like this is because it's just a little light on me. You guys can see how light that actually looks, and I definitely think I could have benefited from just something maybe a little bit deeper. I will say this is very cool toned, which could be a good thing if I am wanting something to contour with, but I'm someone that mainly likes to bronze the skin rather than actually contour the skin. So I am going to blend this out. This is just from the BH Cosmetics and like Marble Luxe like collection or whatever. And this is the brush number 4. So I think the formula of this is super nice and blends really nicely, but my issue is it's just pretty light, and I feel like I go for something just a little bit more pigmented, but the formula is so nice. And I'm not gonna test out the highlighter side because I know I love that. Like, I really do enjoy that highlight, but I'm not gonna keep it just for the highlighter. So it blends it out nicely. I don't think it makes like too much of a difference. You guys are probably a better judgment or a better judge of that. And I feel like because it is so gray and cool tones that I don't love it on me. Oh my God, I just know that concealer, I do not enjoy that concealer. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like super negative, but oh my gosh, it looks so awful. Like, I don't know if you can see that. I think it looks so bad. And my under eyes are always an issue. Okay, now, believe it or not, I'm gonna go in with a cream blush. Oh my gosh. I feel like I cannot wait to set my face, but this one is from the Ulta Beauty brand. It's their Stay Cheeky liquid blush, and I do have the shade Dusty Pink. It's very similar to the Flower Beauty blush bombs packaging wise. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to dot it first, and then I'm gonna grab my Fenty Beauty 125 face brush and go ahead and just blend the blush out that way. So the shade of this is very pretty. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I think it looks pretty. This Fenty 125 face brush seriously is such a life changer. It just makes cream products so easy. I mainly use it for cream blush, but it just makes it so easy. I feel like it's picking up my foundation though, which I am not a fan of. So it's funny, when I look up close, it actually looks pretty good, but for some reason, looking at the mirror in front of me, it doesn't look very good. It could be the lighting that I use when I film Get Ready With Me's. I'm not used to obviously getting ready in all of this lighting. So that could be a part of it, that maybe I'm just, like, everything looks kind of bad in this lighting, if I'm being honest. Although I guess it should be the other way around. Everything should look good, but I just feel like in this lighting, it brings a lot of like my attention to my flaws, I guess. But for some reason it looks kind of bad straight ahead, and it probably looks okay in the camera, but whenever I look in my mirror, I think my makeup actually looks okay. So Trader Joe's has their spiced chai. It is so delicious. It's like a concentrate, and then I just added oat milk and then dashed some cinnamon on top. It's so good. It's like the perfect fall drink. So, okay. I feel like the concealer is really throwing me off. And then maybe even, I don't love my makeup so much, but I definitely want to give a lot of these products another shot. Like another day, and just, you know, I think I want to give each, so what I'm trying today, I think I'm going to try it just one more time is basically what I'm saying. Now, this is another product that I feel like has some hype here on YouTube, and I just don't get it. This is the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder, and it's in the shade Light is the one that I have. So this is supposed to be like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I just don't see it. I do not see it. I love my Essence Banana, what is it? Be Bright Banana Powder. I love that for setting underneath my eyes, but for some reason I don't see the hype with this one. I feel like it makes my under eyes look worse. Yeah, I don't see it. I do not see it. I think my under eyes look awful. So that one is probably being decluttered, because even if I do enjoy that one, I love my Essence one that I feel like I don't really need to have like something else, like, if that makes sense, that's even more expensive. Okay, so now I do want to go in with this. I know that this is a powder foundation, but I do want to see if maybe this will make my complexion look a little bit better. I doubt it though, because it's in this box for a reason. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshware Foundation in a powder. I do have the shade 10 Porcelain. This went viral. I had the hardest time finding it again, and I do not think it performs very good, if I'm being honest. I much prefer the Fenty powder foundation. I actually really enjoy that product. And so this one I just do not think lives up to like any of the hype that it got. So I'm just going to set my foundation with this. I don't know if I ever actually tried it in this capacity, the way that I'm using it, like to set the face. I feel like I've only ever used it to like actually wear as a foundation. Okay, so I do feel like I need more blush. So this is one that I did put in my maybe pile. This one is the Covergirl Cheekers blush, which are pretty popular from what I could tell. And this is the shade Soft Sable. So this one is in here because it is pretty, like, basically it emphasizes texture. I feel like if you have texture, if you struggle with like your pores, larger pores, especially where you would normally apply blush, I feel like these definitely can emphasize that. So what I have to do is kind of place blush like right here to make them work for me. But not only that, the shade Soft Sable is actually super, super close to the Buxom Wanderlust blush in Seychelles. Like, it is so similar. However, I do think I prefer the Buxom formula better. I actually just purchased the Buxom blush, so I haven't had it that long, but I do enjoy that formula better. I just feel like it's a little bit more forgiving than, like, let's say this Covergirl one. But this one is a nice, like, if you're looking for a dupe for that blush, check out Soft Sable. Like, definitely check out Soft Sable, because I do think it is like so freaking close to Buxom Seychelles. Like, it's crazy. So I went ahead and applied that, and I definitely like having some blush, some more blush in my life, because you guys know how much I love blush. Now I'm gonna go in with a highlighter, and this is a highlighter. All of these products, by the way, all of them are on the chopping block, every single one of them. I was able to create a whole face, but this is from Fenty Beauty. This is a mini size that I have. It's their Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter in the shade Hustla Baby. Nothing to do with the formula. This is purely just a shade reason as to why I would declutter this. So let's go ahead and test this one out, test out the shade, and see how I like it. It's been a really long time that I've used this, so it will be nice to use it again. And I know that I like the formula. Like, I know that the highlighters are very good. I guess it's just, I don't know how I feel about the shade. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be too deep for me, because it's kind of peachy. So it is pretty, but I do think it runs a little deep for me. And I don't use it very often, which makes me feel like I should just go ahead and declutter it. Now I'm definitely going to spray my face, bring it back to life. I'm using my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Really enjoy this one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, apply eyeshadow primer, and I will be right back. None of those products are in my chopping block, so they're ones that I'm just keeping, so I will be right back. All right, so I went ahead and did my brows and my eyeshadow primer. I used my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil and my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot for my eyeshadow primer. So I have to say, oh my gosh, I hate my makeup so much. My under eyes look absolutely awful. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for that. My under eyes are not perfect by any means, but believe it or not, the eyeshadow palette in question is this one. This is the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. This was a collaboration with Desi and Katie, and obviously Dose of Colors. So here's the deal. As much as I love this eyeshadow palette and the color story, I'm never reaching for it. I absolutely love this shade right here, but other than that, I just feel like I never ever reach for this palette. It's already probably 3 years old already, this palette, and so decluttering it is definitely not like it is older, you know, so it's not a complete waste because I did get use out of it. It's just lately I really have not been using it. So I do want to play around with, I really want to try to distract from my really bad complexion, in my opinion, and do something a little bit more intense with the eyes. I think I want to play around with these like burgundy shades. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here in the center and apply this in my crease. Do you guys still have this palette? I would love to know. It's such a good palette. It performs so well. I have always really enjoyed the Dose of Colors eyeshadow formula, but for some reason I never reach for this one anymore. It's probably just because of obvious reasons. New stuff comes out and you just want to play with that one. So that's most likely what it is. But I mean, even just throwing this shade in the crease, like it blended out so easily and it's so smooth. And yeah, like this palette is just so nice. And I feel like after I use this, I'm not gonna wanna get rid of it, and that's fine. I shouldn't force myself to declutter something, but I will say I don't reach for it. Do you guys reach for this palette? Let me know. I wanna know, because it is a good palette. And I have to say, whenever I use this one, I do get a lot of compliments. Okay, now, and I do really easy eye looks. I really do. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. I don't go too in depth with anything, but now I have really been loving this brush. This is the Colourpop E22 brush. I got this in the brush set that came out with the like Stone Cold Fox palette or whatever. Really love this for like the outer corner. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and put that in the outer corners. Are you guys ready for fall? I know some of you guys are probably like, Sabrina, it's still August, don't even mention the F word. But honestly, I have to say, I am really looking forward to it. This will be my second fall season in our house, because we got our house a year ago. And I had such a blast decorating the house. Like, honestly, it was so much fun. And there's nothing more exciting than decorating for a holiday in a new home. And I'm so glad that that I was able to experience that within our first year. Because I already have stuff ready for this fall season, which is really nice. But I kind of want to decorate more for Halloween this year. I don't know about you guys, if that's something, like, do you guys prefer to decorate for fall, or do you guys prefer to decorate for Halloween? I'm kind of in a Halloween spirit this year for some reason. So because my eyelids kind of can get a little bit patchy, I like to kind of stamp. I feel like shadows just perform better on me that way personally. So I kind of like to stamp and then blend at that point. Ooh, I will say stamping and contacts don't mix. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Sometimes I can blend a little bit too far down, and I definitely don't like to do that because I don't want to make my eyes look droopy or anything. So let me just add a little bit more color and kind of bring it up rather than too much down. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Glitter Primer. This, you guys, makes such a difference. Oh my gosh, it's just one of my favorite products of 2021. I love it so much. And because I am a shimmer lover, this just really like kicks up the game by 10 notches, to be honest. It really does work really well. So I just tap it on the blank space on my eyelid. And this just really helps enhance shimmer shades. Okay, now I do want to go in with this really nice, very toned metallic shade. This one right here looks super beautiful. So I do want to go ahead and place this on the blank spot on my lid. And this is such a fall look. I'm loving it. Oh wow. Oh wow. I feel like this shimmer shade alone is gonna make me want to keep this palette. The shimmer shades in here, while the mattes are so creamy and so buildable and blendable and pigmented and rich and everything, these shimmer shades in this palette are just so good. They are so good. I will say, putting the NYX Glitter Primer really does help, because I definitely think I could have gotten fallout from this shade because it is so like glittery and sparkly. Okay, now going back to that outer corner brush and just making sure that everything is blended and that it's not too harsh of a difference between placing that shimmer shade and the outer corner, and then going over everything with my larger blending brush. I'm gonna go ahead and go in to the shade that I placed in the crease and kind of put that on the lower lash line. Okay, and then now I'm gonna take just like a little bit of the deeper shade that I placed on the outer corner and just bring it down just a little bit. And then now I'm gonna dust off my larger blending brush, grab the lightest shade in the palette once again, and just kind of blend the top to kind of smooth out those edges. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara and I will be right back. All right, so I really do enjoy the eye look. I think it's super, super beautiful. So now I do wanna go in with a little bit of a deeper lip. I have a few different options here, but that one's fun. Ooh, this is the one. Okay, so this is in my chopping block. This is just a mini lipstick from Bare Minerals. I'm super sad because I think this formula has been discontinued, or it's in the process of getting discontinued. I can actually take these clips out now. I think these lipsticks are in the process of being discontinued, which is so sad because these are so, so beautiful. One of my favorite lipstick formulas of all time. But this is the shade Panko, and it's just a really beautiful like berry red, and I think it'll complement the eye look really well. All right, so I love this formula so much. I love the lipstick, but the thing is, I really think it's because it's being discontinued that I'm not sure if I want to keep it around, if I'm being honest. So this one, I might think about it, but I love the color and I really do enjoy the formula. But after that, those are all of the products that were in my chopping block. Those are products that were in my maybe box to see if maybe I'm going to keep them around, if I'm going to declutter them. And I think my worst thing was the concealer. So awful. And then also this foundation is just so cakey. I think it really is time to declutter this one from L'Oreal. I just love the Fenty one so much. I really don't think that I need to keep this around. And then this translucent setting powder, I think I might just give to my sister. This is the one from number 7, because again, it's just, I love the Essence one so much that I feel like I don't need to even make that one work for me, because the number 7 one is obviously more expensive than the Essence one. And then the Rare Beauty Primer, I do want to try using again one more time, as well as the e.l.f. foundation. But yeah, for the most part, I really think I am going to end up decluttering a lot of those items. I do want to play around with the Dose of Colors palette again. I think what I want to do is so I want to keep it, but if I don't reach for it within the next few months, I'm decluttering it, and I'm forcing myself to declutter it because why is it just going to sit there and take up space in my collection? It's such a stunning, stunning palette, and I feel like either it's time to just declutter it because it is a little bit older, or maybe gift it to somebody because it is a beautiful palette. It's just not getting much use from me personally. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if I was a little bit negative at first. I was just not having the best day, and then of course when your makeup doesn't turn out the best, that also kind of puts a damper on things. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like this video, and I would also love for you to subscribe, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.